o BOC sa Port of Manila ang mga produktong lumalabag sa patakaran ng pag-aangkat. Para sa impormasyon, tunghayan ang ulat na ito. Samot-saring produkto ang kamakailang kinumpiska ng Bureau of Customs o BOC nang masalakay nito ang 2 kargamento sa Port of Manila bunsod ng paglabag sa patakaran ng ahensya at ng pag-aangkat. Ayon sa ahensya, ang unang produktong nakumpiska ay 1,000 sako ng refined sugar na lulan ng 20-footer container van mula Thailand. Bagamat nakarehistro ang mga consignee sa Sugar Regulatory Administration o SRA, wala itong naipakitang clearance o kahit anong otorisasyon upang makapag-angkat. Ang 9 milyong pisong produkto ng nasabing asukal ay nahaharap sa paglabag ng Warrant of Seizure and Detention sa ilalim ng Custom Modernization and Tariff Act. Bukod pa rito, nakumpiska rin ang 1,000 kahon o 52,000 kaha ng sigarilyo sa halagang 81 million pesos na lula ng 40-footer container truck. Mapapatawan rin ang nasabing kontrabando ng parehong parusa sa naunang kontrabando. Payag naman dito ng ahensya, patuloy nilang isusulong ang ligtas at malayang kalakalan sa bansa upang masugpo ang smuggling at mapanatili ang pag-usbong ng ekonomiya maging sa pandaigdigang antas. Jade Buhoy, nag-uulat para sa Golden Nation Network. Inanunsyo naman ang Bureau of Plant Industry o BPI na opisyal ng may market access ang durian mula sa Pilipinas patungong Egypt. Dapat umanong tiyakin ng Philippine exporters na ang kanilang Egyptian partner-importers ay may import permit sa Egyptian Agricultural Quarantines Electronic System upang mapadali ang pagpapadala ng durian. Ang pagbubukas ng Egyptian market ay bahagi ng pagsisikap ng Department of Agriculture at pagpapalawak ng agricultural export ng bansa. Here's a roundup of major stories from around the world. Palestinian ambassador to UN described the situation of children in Gaza as unbearable as he delivered an emotional plea during the UN Security Council session. Here's the full story.
The Palestinian ambassador to the United States, Riyad Mansour, faced Israel ambassador at the United Nations Security Council session on Wednesday. Mansour demanded accountability for Israel's conduct during the war in Gaza, delivered an emotional speech, and broke down in tears upon discussing the children's situation, saying more than 1,300 children have been killed since the supposed ceasefire ended in March. He particularly delivered an emotional plea as he talked about the starving children because of a blockade imposed by Israel. The Palestinian ambassador described the situation in Gaza as unbearable and a dire humanitarian crisis. After a long pause, Mansour stated that flames and hunger are devouring Palestinian children, hence the reason for their outrage. Francis Riudique reporting for Golden Nation Network.
After the White House announced that Israel had signed off on U.S. envoy Stephen Witkoff's plan on Gaza's ceasefire and hostage release deal, a senior official in Hamas rejected it. The Hamas official expressed that the said plan did not satisfy core demands, like ending the war, and that it would respond in due course. The official also stated that the previous deals were contradictory compared to the group's negotiators. Still, Hamas remained in contact with the mediators and will submit its written response in due time. Meanwhile, a massive glacier in the Swiss Alps collapsed, wiping out 90% of the village under ice, mud, and rock. The unusual collapse has been observed growing due to climate change. Here's the full story.
A glacier in the Swiss Alps collapsed on Wednesday, burying 90% of the Batten village mountainside of Switzerland. Just a few days before the disaster, scientists had already warned of possible danger and authorities had evacuated 300 residents. Even farm animals such as cows and sheep had to be airlifted for their safety. A huge cloud of ice, mud, and rock broke off down the mountain. The glacier known as the Brgy Glacier had been growing instead of shrinking, unlike most others over the past decades. Scientists link the disaster to climate change and melting permafrost. Debris now fills the valley, a river has been blocked, and a lake is starting to form, which could lead to dangerous flooding. One man is reported still missing, and search efforts are on hold due to unsafe conditions. Francis Riudique reporting for Golden Nation Network.
At narito ang recap ng mga nagbabagang balita ngayon.
Sa ulo ng mga balita, Cebu, naitala ang unang kaso ng MPox. 20 Pinoy seafarers nakaligtas sa lumubog na barko sa India. Presentation ng articles para sa impeachment, inilipat sa June 11. Barangay certificate, ginagamit umano ng ilang barangay official, kaugnay ng mga flighting voters ayon sa Comelec. BOC kinumpiska ang 81 million pesos na halaga ng sigarilyo, bunsod ng paglabag sa CMTA. At Durian mula sa Pilipinas, opisyal nang may market access sa Egypt. Patas at pantay na balita, komprehensibong ulat para sa pulso ng masa. Ito ang Newsforce.
Yan ang pinakamainit na mga balita ngayong araw. Manatiling nakatutok sa aming mga ulat at updates sa aming Facebook page, facebook.com/Golden Nation Network. At mag-subscribe sa aming YouTube account, youtube.com/@Golden Nation Network. Ako si Jade Buhoy at ito ang Newsforce.